Welcome to the Bench Warmers, the sports podcast where the takes are fire, the laughs are loud, and the stats, well, let's just say they're debatable. Bishop, Pops, Marlon, and Jason are calling it the way they see it, straight from the fans' perspective. Grab a seat, join the bench. It's game time. Ladies and gentlemen, Bench Mob, welcome back to the Bench Warmers podcast, where the takes are hot, the laughs are loud, and the stats, well, let's just say they're a little questionable. It's episode 3, and we've got a really packed show for y'all today. We're talking about moments like that had us saying, whose kid is this? The rookies that are making noise in the NFL, our thoughts on our very own Chicago Bears, which might get a little bit spicy. And of course, we're giving you our predictions for next week's game. And of course, guys, I've got the whole crew with me today. I've got Pops, I've got Marlon, I've got Jason, I've got the Bench Warmers. Bench Warmers, what's going on, fellas?
What's up, everybody?
What's all good, everybody?
How you feeling? Yes, sir. So look, we're about to kick this show, and as it's getting customary around this time, we're gonna kick it off with a shot. So let's go around the horn. Marlo, what you drinking?
Oh, man, I still got this wood for reserve. Back at it.
Yes, sir. Pop, what you got?
Mr. Jack Daniels and his friend Coke.
Okay, J Dog, what you got, big dog?
Old-fashioned bullet, neat.
Yes, sir. And me, I got some tequila cortisone. I hold up my bottles because I'm hoping that one day we get us a drink sponsorship. So if anybody's looking, y'all send them my way. This right here is brought to you by Tequila Cortisone. There, huh? Yeah. So that's how we're gonna kick it off, y'all. Let's get this in. Salud.
Salud.
Woo! That's like one of my favorite parts of the show. So look, we're gonna kick it off like this, y'all.
What you mean?
Oh, okay. Hey, look, we're gonna kick it off like this. We're gonna kick it off with whose kid is this? Listen again. If y'all happen to see this clip and y'all know whose kid this is, please get them in touch with the Bench Warmers. Because this little dude right here, he might be the next Barry Sanders. He's gonna have you looking right now at this screen like, wait a minute. Somebody better come get this kid. Y'all check this out.
Uh-oh. Yep.
Yeah, let's see that one more time.
Wait, yeah, run it back. Hey.
As Jason would say, a joke.
Did you notice that one kid on the other team missed him 4 times?
Hey, that's how some of these college games be looking when you playing against somebody that's gonna be a plumber in 3 weeks.
Right. That's how I look.
Definitely a man against boys for sure. Definitely.
No, but look.
That's how I look when I be playing Madden. I'm always going hit stick. I be flying all over the place. What you say, Marlo?
Hey, this is my question though. I need to know who the cameraman was.
Right.
I felt like I was on the field with him. I felt like I was about to get juked next.
Right.
Hey, that was called the Michael Vick experience.
You know?
So moving right along, let's talk about a little bit of NFL action. There was one rookie in particular that I was watching, that I was looking for, and I wanted to see what was going to really happen with him. And that's none other than our boy Shedeur Sanders. And when I tell you that boy balled out, he did his thing. Now I can see him not starting, but if he ain't at least number 2, it's something happening.
Something happening.
Did y'all get a chance to watch any of it?
Hey, he took a big sack early in the game, but after that next series, he settled in, and my boy was on point. You know, he looked poised back there. He looked confident back there. He looks like he really wants the job, and they just need to give it to him. If he wants it, give him the job.
Yeah.
Jay, you hit it on the head. He looked poised back there. Now,
like he's been there before.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He stood tall in the pocket. He bought himself time when he needed to, deliver some strikes, like you said. He did take that sack early on, but I mean, it's his first game. He's not getting many reps with the ones in camp. But he did come and show and prove. I don't know that he should be the starter. I personally think they're gonna go with Flacco to start the season. The experience, you can't really discount that. But I believe Dylan Gabriel should be beat already. So they came out with a new depth chart, got him still fourth on the depth chart. I don't see how that's possible.
Yeah, right.
I think Dylan Gabriel's beat already, and Kenny Pickett is coming up in short order.
Right.
Well, you know, man, there's something about growing up in a house with a legend.
Yeah.
He grew up with a football legend. So every day he was hearing, seeing, doing all of the things that are required to absorb legendary status.
Yeah.
Will he be the starter? I doubt it. May he earn that later in the year? He certainly seems to have the skill set. He is being punished because of who he is.
Absolutely.
A part of that, I'm not saying that part of that is not his fault.
True.
Because I think it is. But the reality is the NFL showed him you are not bigger than this game. There's several people that came before you that we have shown that they weren't bigger than the game. And you better not think it either, because we'll make sure that you go in the 5th round, buddy.
There you
Now,
go.
but here's my thing though. I don't like the fact, and I personally, I'm not one of the people who are a Shador, like, you can't do no wrong. I feel like he probably handled the draft process not the best. Now, obviously, it's an assumption. I wasn't in none of those rooms. But first preseason game, after everything, 5th round draft pick, the supposed humbling by the league, my man comes in with an entourage, a boombox,
And his
hip
own
rap
stuff.
song playing. It's just like, man, like I wish he would just, but I'm not a legend's son. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell him. Well, Poppy is a legend of Princeton Park. But I can't tell that man how to behave. But I just wish he would just toe the line, do the professional, the NFL thing that they want you to do, get your spot. And once you hit him, you can do whatever you need to do, and you can have all of the boom boxes, and you can have a rap record if you want to. But while you're the 4th guy on the depth chart, I think you need to just kind of tone it back some and do what you got to do to get on the field first.
Let your playing do the talking. That's something you're going to have to learn.
Performance speak.
Yeah. And talking about growing up with a legend, just think about the relationships that Deion has and the legends that he was just around, period.
Mm-hmm.
This dude is getting coached by Tom Brady.
Yeah, this is mentor.
I mean, come on, man. You know what I mean? So, hey, I'm riding with Shador. I'm gonna get a.
Go put it up for him.
I'm gonna give him one. You know what I'm saying? So, Shador, I'm looking for you to do good, man. So, all right, bench warmers, bench mob. We got to talk about it. We got to talk about the Bears now. So, whether you're impressed, disappointed, or just straight up confused, this game had a lot to talk about. It ended up in a 24-24 tie. And look, let's just listen to a little bit about what Coach Johnson had to say about all of this.
Hard to assess the feeling in the locker room on a tie like that. Those guys went out there and they laid it out. All those guys that were active, they did a great job going out there and competing. And you just don't know how to feel when it ends up being 24-24. It doesn't matter preseason or not. You go out there, they're keeping score, and you're playing to win. So.
All right. So I know it's only preseason. I know it's only game 1. But how we feeling about the Bears? Just overall. One thing, I know we keep saying it's only preseason. One thing I love that I just heard Ben Johnson say, he said, we on the field, they're keeping score, we playing to win. And, that's how I feel about it. Like if you go back to that FIBA basketball time, where they were saying, oh, you know what, they ain't really trying to win. That's a lie. Anytime a professional is on the field, or on the court, on whatever they're doing, I think they're trying to win. So I'm looking at preseason like, hey, I'm looking at trying to win and seeing what they do. And overall, I was okay with the Bears. What y'all think about the Bears this weekend? I know it's game 1. I know. But what y'all think?
I liked what I saw. I think we obviously got some growth that we need in some areas. Obviously, our starters weren't playing. They're going to play coming up this weekend. So I'm excited about that. But The running backs looked good. I liked what our receivers had to do. I think Tyson Bagent looked solid in moments. Unfortunately, it was when the twos came in that he really looked his best. But the receivers look good. And man, listen, I said it last week. Austin Booker, my man came up and showed out. He's looked like he's trying to really compete for that second defensive end spot across from Montez Sweat.
I'll agree, Mar. I thought the offense, Bagent looked good. Keenum looked good. I thought that Austin Booker looked good. I thought the receivers did their thing. You just have to understand that this is the first game of the season. These guys are trying to earn a spot. So we have to take what it is. They went out there, they did their thing. Hopefully this is a preseason, a precursor to what's to come. So, we got to take it for what it is, but they look good.
I agree that anytime you take the field, you're trying to win. If you're a pro athlete, that's what you've tried to do all of your life. For me, the problem is that for these games, like the one we saw the other day, this is not the team that we're going to see 4 or 5 weeks from now. There will be several of those guys that we saw in that game who will be working at an accounting job in 3 weeks, may even be bagging groceries in the store or working for Grubhub. So it's hard for me to get excited unless somebody excites me. I saw some things that I thought were interesting. That running back, Monagal, if I'm pronouncing his name correctly, hard running dude. But when you're running hard against the threes, can you give him the same credit that you'd like to give him if he was running against the ones? The answer is probably no. So look, bottom line, let me put it this way. They learned things in that game. They did what they could do, but at the end of the day, many of those guys are not going to be there. And I know you guys don't agree with me on this. I don't really care about the preseason.
Yeah, I'm on the opposite side of that coin. I think the preseason, like I said last week, while it don't count, it definitely matters.
It definitely matters.
You got your boy Cal Monungai, a 7th round pick, running hard, trying to make a team. And I believe he's going to make the team. I really honestly believe he's going to end up being the backup running back. But you got guys like Monungai. You got the rookies, Colston Loveland, Luther Burden. You get them exposed to the NFL speed and the physicality of the NFL at that level. I think that's important. Then obviously you got the guys like in Austin Booker who is trying to fight for a spot with Dio Adangbo and Dominique Robinson. He's really trying to take the backup spot from Dominique Robinson. But you get a lot of those instances. Now, granted, in the second half of the first preseason game, a lot of those guys won't be there. The first half, 80% of those guys are going to be on the team come week.
Yeah, they fight.
And for all 60 minutes, we had Ben Johnson doing the coaching. And for all 60 minutes, I liked what I saw from the offensive game plan and scheme. So, yeah, while it's not the players in that second half, the coaching still matters. And I think Ben Johnson did a great job in his first game as a head coach, albeit the preseason. I saw guys running wide open, which I haven't seen from the Bears probably in my 40 years of living. So hopefully that'll translate into weeks 2 and 3 of the preseason and getting into the regular season.
Well, there's a reason that most teams, including the Bears, don't play their best players in the first preseason game, and sometimes not even in the second, even though I think they will play in the second this year. And what is the reason? The reason is because they don't want to get them hurt during a game where the guys from the other team, they're going to be delivering groceries in a couple of weeks too. So they're going to get it in so they can tell their sons and daughters, hey, I did play in the game. So we'll see. I'm hopeful. I think the Bears have a better team, not because of the preseason game, though.
No, I think that was outstanding by the whole crew. I mean, they came out, they were gassed up and ready to go, and A little bit of that bend don't break where, Miami was able to matriculate their way down in their tight, and yet our guys held firm at the end of the day. And I thought from the entire unit, it was a great way to start the game.
So, Marcus, I got one big issue with Ben Johnson.
Uh-oh, what's that?
Ben just used a word I've never heard in the NFL. They matriculated.
Matriculate, yeah.
What the heck is Ben
Hey,
Johnson
hey.
talking about?
Listen,
Where
man,
did they
we gotta-
matriculate to?
That's that old school Chris Berman.
Hey, man, they matriculated their way
Oh
down
no,
the field, man.
that's
I thought they had
Jackson.
articulated and then effectuated and then they matriculated. Come on, Ben, don't do that to us.
Now, listen, Ben
It was,
say,
it was
look,
meticulous and articulate mixed together.
Ben said, listen, this is my first real head coaching presser after the game. I'm about to give y'all everything I got. but he was talking about that defense. We kind of talked about the defense a little bit ago. I was actually impressed with the defense. I felt like that D-line penetrated a lot of that game. I felt like they caused a lot of disruptions in the backfield. I thought our secondary got beat up on a couple of plays. They got outran on a couple of plays, but I was really looking to see that defensive line because I know that's been kind of an issue with us. And that defensive line, as Marlon said, albeit it's the preseason. I'm matriculating my words too. I ain't never said albeit before. So albeit the preseason, they did look good. And I liked what I saw from the defense.
I agree, man. Austin Booker went out there and he was fighting so hard for his job. And I think that he's going to earn the spot, man. He looks really good. He's powerful. He's fast. He's elusive. He was handling his business for sure.
Yeah.
Noah Sewell, who came up with that fourth down stop on the goal line, he made a big impact when he was in the game too, not just on that play. And he's fighting for a spot too. Him and Ruben Hippolyte, our draft pick from this year. I think we got Hippolyte in the fourth round. They're competing for that third linebacker spot, and I think he did a good job of showing himself to be prepared for the season to come. Hopefully, he can keep that up.
Speaking of Austin Booker, Coach had a little bit to say about him too. Let's hear about that.
Yeah, no, I think he was a factor the entire game. I think he ended up with 3 sacks there, and it just a menace. And so you really feed off of that. Those negative plays like that. That's obviously a huge thing in terms of ending drives, but also the offense who's sitting on the side, they see that and they feel that, and that momentum carries over to the other side of the ball as well that we look to capitalize on. So we're always looking to pick each other up, and you could certainly feel his impact on the game today.
So we've already talked about it. That boy balled out. I enjoyed everything I saw from Austin Booker. That dude was a constant threat in that backfield, and I liked him. You think he'll start? You think he's on the other end, on the other side of Sweat, or do you think somebody else, or you think he's still got some fighting to do?
He's got some fighting to do. It's going to take a little bit for him to get that spot, but when they need to use him, he'll be able to step in and definitely hold himself solid for sure.
I think he's definitely an option. He's somebody that can help the Bears and will help the Bears. He's fast. He's tall. He's 6'6", but he's kind of small, Marcus, for his position. I think he's only about 240 pounds. And so there's some negatives that come along with that. It's one thing to get 3 sacks against the number 2s or the number 3s. He played last year. He wasn't doing that to the number 1s. He's learning. Let's just hope that he keeps moving in the right direction and remembers how he dominated these busters this week.
So last year was kind of known to be a bit of a red shirt year for him. It was understood in the organization that he wasn't prepared for NFL ball. But a year in with the nutrition team from the Bears and obviously with the strength and conditioning staff, they're hoping that he's ready to show and prove. He is undersized on the weight side, but his motor. My man has a second and a third effort. He's relentless and he doesn't stop. I personally feel like with the money that they gave Adangbo as a free agent out of Indianapolis, he's going to be the day one starter on the other defensive end side. But like I said, Booker and Dominique Robinson are really fighting for that next spot. And you know, with the defensive line, it's going to be a steady rotation. They want to keep those guys fresh and come in attacking the quarterback. So I like his prospects, man, and I hope he shows up and does some good things for the rest of the year.
And I think that's exactly what we need. We need guys like Booker who are trying to get to be number one, who are going to bed every night thinking, what can I do to be better tomorrow? What can I show these guys on Sunday that will make them say, this guy should be in the game much more often? And so I like him, Mar. I'm not saying that I don't like him at all. I do like him. And I'm hoping that he'll continue to trend in the right direction.
So I looked it up. He's definitely on the height side. He's good. The average defensive lineman is between 6'2" and 6'6", but he is very undersized. They say the average weight is between 280 and 320. So if you're looking at size, he's definitely undersized. But as we've all said, that dude's motor and that dude's heart, really. Which really it comes down to that dude's heart. He wants to get in that backfield every time, and I think he's gonna be all right.
Hey,
One of the things I could do to help him is give him some of this 320 pounds I got. And then maybe we can get him moving in the right direction.
I got a little to share too. Hey, come holler at the bench warmers. Come holler. We got something.
Dennis Allen said he plays stronger than his build. So that hopefully that's come with that year of strength and conditioning.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So we talked a little bit about Bajan and Keenum. Let's hear what Coach had to say about them.
I thought Tyson did a great job. That was one of those high back five throws that we've been talking about, and so Maurice is actually the secondary option, and so number one wasn't there, so Tyson got to number two and gave him a chance, and he climbed the ladder, went up there and get it, and got both feet in bounds. So huge play for us there.
So I'm of this mindset. If something mysteriously happens, Caleb ain't playing right, and he mysteriously goes down week 4, week 5, I'm liking what we got with Tyson Bagent.
Agreed.
I don't know. I don't know how popular the opinion is, but me, myself, and I'm liking everything I see from Tyson Bagent. Now I know again it's preseason, but that pass that we just showed right there, hey, that was a quarterback's pass, and man, I like him. So
that was a real NFL quarterback pass right there.
Yeah.
I mean, off of his back foot and threw it like a laser.
Yeah.
Marcus, I love Bajan. I think that this dude is the epitome of what the NFL should be about, which is people who are trying to do and be their best. We saw him last year in real games.
Yeah.
And he looked like a real quarterback last year.
Yeah.
And so I think we may have one of the better quarterback rooms in the NFL.
Yeah. I could agree with that.
Agree.
Uh-oh. What you got, Marlo?
Y'all ready?
Let's hear it, Marlo.
No, I like Bajan. I think he's a solid backup quarterback. But if Caleb goes down in week 4 or week 5, you probably won't see me watching the games in week 10 because we're going to be so far out of it. but no, listen, I do like Bajan. That throw was an NFL throw. Not many people in the world can make that throw, and the ones that can are playing on Sundays.
Right.
Something that I want to point out about that, and that it has nothing to do with Tyson Bajan, so I'm sorry to get off of that. Did y'all see Braxton Jones on that play? Getting absolutely destroyed to create that pressure, which made Tyson Bajan have to throw off his back foot and make one of the best throws we're going to see in the preseason. That worries me, but we'll see how it continues to go in the preseason.
Wait, we might need to run that one back, Marcus. Come on.
Yeah, let me see. I'm trying to pull it up right now.
The dude did a swim move on Braxton, and Braxton thought the guy was a lifeguard.
He was holding him, trying to.
Oh,
Mama, help! Hold on, here it is. Here we go. Hold on.
And while we pulling that up, Tyson did his best work against 2s and 3s. Oh, no, is that it? Wait, one more time.
No, that wasn't it.
That was it. At the top. Oops.
there you go. You just got beat.
Oh.
He was like, "Mom, would you see that man?"
he had his Ole.
Yeah, ole. Hey, you thought you were playing soccer, huh? Ole.
Which way did he go? Which way did he go?
Hey, that's not good in preseason, man. Come on. You playing against a number 2 or 3, and you getting done like that? That's not good, man.
Now, to Braxton's credit, I will say that was one of his only lost reps of the other day. But that was egregious. To use Stephen A's words.
Today we got egregious, we got matriculate. Hey, each one was getting smarter, baby.
Hey, he needs to give back his paycheck for that day. Give back the paycheck. Sorry. I'm gonna need that money.
And that was against one of those guys Pop talking about.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna be bagging groceries.
But Marlon, he'll keep that play on that film until he's 86 years old. Look,
Come on, man.
look what I did to Braxton Jones.
Keep telling his grandkids about that. It's gonna go in the vault.
That's me right there, right at the top of the screen. Boy, look at that.
I used a swim technique on that one.
All right, so moving right along, we're coming on to the end of this, and right now it's time for us to put our football brains on the line. It's prediction time. We got some games that we're watching this weekend. Of course, we're watching the Bears, and Cali is going to be real busy this weekend. So, Jay, I really want to hear what you got to say. So, here, let me get these up here, and let's go around the horn. Marlo, who you got? We're looking at the Bills and the Bears. We're looking at the Chargers and the Rams. We're looking at the Niners and the Raiders. And we're looking at the Bengals and the Commanders. As a matter of fact, I'm going to come back to you. J-Dog, who you got?
All right, I'm going with the Bears. Come on, I have to go with the Bears against the Bengals. I mean, the Buffalo Bills. I have to go with the Bears. Come on.
Yeah.
San Diego. See, I didn't San Diego. I'm so used to saying the San Diego Chargers. But I'll go
You gotta take a shot.
LA Chargers over the
Right.
Rams. And then I'm gonna go with the Raiders. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Raiders on that one.
Oh, you know what? We got one more here. I forgot. It's our first Monday night game of the year for preseason. So, who you got? The Bengals or the Commanders?
I'm gonna go with the Commanders on this one, man. I think that that young quarterback is out there lighting it up. I think he's gonna do his thing on Monday.
Okay. All right. Pop, who you got? We're looking at the Bills and Bears, Chargers, Rams, 49ers and Raiders, Bengals and Commanders.
Well, Marcus, I hope you'll be okay with this. I don't care. I just don't care. It doesn't. Look, whoever wins. You know, maybe you'll run into them on the subway one day because that's where they'll be. And so, you know, I won't really get serious about predictions until game 1 of week 1 of the season. But I do think the Bills will beat the Bears this week. I hope I'm wrong.
Wait.
Hey, we cut you off, man.
As soon as he chose against the Bears, he got cut off. I love this show.
Decline.
That truly was an accident, but it was on purpose. All right, so before I get to Marlo, I'm gonna take the Bears because I just like what they're doing. Hopefully, Ben, if you're listening, put Caleb Williams in the game. 2 series at least. Put him in the game. I got the Bears over the Bills. I'm gonna take the Chargers over the Rams. Who's the home team there? They both LA, so they just
the Rams are the home team.
They play in the same stadium?
Same stadium.
For right now, are they building a second one, Jay?
I haven't heard anything about a second one just yet.
Listen, people going there, they don't know who to root for. So you got who did I say? I'm gonna take the Chargers on that one. The Raiders, I like Vegas, and so I'm gonna go with the Raiders. And for the Bengals and the Commanders, I'm gonna go with the Bengals just because of what the Commanders did to the Bears last year, and I think that's what caused our downward slide last year. As soon as that play happened, the Bears were just it was over with. The rest of the season was done. So I'm gonna take the Bengals over the Commanders. Marlo, who you got?
Well, I'm with Pop that the winners and losers don't matter. I know I've been going against them all day, but I agree with that. I got the Bears though, obviously because the Bills. But there's that. I really want to see what Caleb and the starters are going to do. They came out today and said that they are going to play, so I'm excited to see what that's going to do. See how Caleb looks with his full complement of receivers, and I really want to see what this new offensive line does. So I'm going with the Bears on that. We got the Rams and the Chargers. I'll probably go with the Chargers. Why not? Because they used to be in San Diego with my boy Jay Boogie. Now the Chargers they signed Rashawn Slater to the biggest offensive lineman contract in the history of the league, and he tore something his patella like 3 days later. So they got some struggles coming up in LA for the Chargers. I watched the Vegas Raiders the other day. It was not looking good. My boy Ashton Genty had a rough go at it. His welcome to the NFL moment came in week 1 of the preseason. Who'd you say the Raiders was playing? I'm sorry, my bad.
They are playing the Niners.
The Raiders are playing the Niners. Yeah, I'm going with the Niners based off what I saw of the Raiders last week. And then I'm going with the Bengals, man. Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase. First preseason game, Joe Burrow, I think, completed 7 passes to Jamar Chase, 2 touchdowns. Like these boys is crazy, man. And I just feel like they're gonna run away with the AFC North, and they definitely gonna beat Washington come Sunday.
Well, as y'all can see, it's not a whole lot of thought to go into these picks, especially right now. And man, we lost Pop.
Pop left. He said, "Oh, we're talking about predictions." I'm out.
He said practice.
I told y'all I don't care. So look, bench warmers, y'all make sure y'all jump in and go and post and let us know who y'all riding with this week. And listen, we got the first ever bench warmers fantasy football league. So y'all go over and check out the Facebook page. Y'all join the fantasy football league. We're gonna have a draft coming up real soon. I'm in it. Y'all hop on in and make sure y'all get on there with us, and we're gonna just go have a good time. And I decided we're gonna give out a $50 cash prize. I'll talk to everybody else about that a little bit later. So all right, y'all, that's it for the episode 3 of the Bench Warmers podcast. If you laughed, if you learned something, if you yelled at your screen, do us a favor, like this video, share with your crew, join our Facebook group, and most importantly, leave us a voicemail on the Bench Warmers voicemail line. Until next time, we'll save you a seat on the bench. Peace out.